Good evening. I trust you're doing well. I found something and it kind of blew my mind, and I thought to make a video to share it with you. And it has to do with the Mazzaroth and the precision of the equinoxes. Now, as you know, I've been busy with the precision of the equinoxes for quite some time, and I've used it for various calculations. And in the beginning, I used to refer to the Mazzaroth as a clock, God's clock. And then erroneously, later on, I started referring to it as a calendar. But it isn't a calendar, it is a clock. It consists basically out of the 7 appointed times of God, Jesus' 7 appointed feast days. And it's only active during those 7 days a year. And you can see here that Jesus is the hour hand, and it doesn't move. Throughout the 6,000 years, it doesn't move. And it points to where the equinox was pointing when Jesus was born. So it's basically the border between Nisan and Adar. And it's unchanging, eternal, unmoving, always the same, constant. The Mazzaroth clock is based around Jesus' birthday. Jesus is the zero, the central figure. Everything revolves around Jesus on the Mazzaroth clock. The minute hand that you can see over here represents the precession of the equinox, the vernal equinox, throughout the last 6,000 years. And you can see that 4000 BC, it was 2 constellations ahead of where the vernal equinox was when Jesus was born. And 2000 BC, it was 1 constellation ahead. And in 3 BC, it was in sync. So everything was in sync when Jesus was born. In prior videos, I mentioned that the prophetic and the full moon calendars were in sync. But of course, Mazzaroth was also in sync. Everything was 100% lined up. So you basically have BC, and then you get to the central part where everything is in sync, and then you have after Christ. And here we are today, and we are about a month ahead. Not exactly a month, but very close. And this is what I looked at, and what I found, it blew my mind. Okay, so previously we calculated the total precision from there to there over 6,000 years, and we got 85 days, 1 hour and 26 minutes. We added that to the time of man from the 23rd, 24th of September in the year 2025, which was the 8th year anniversary of the Revelation 12 sign, and got to the Feast of Tabernacles at 7:26 a.m., which was the third Apazo alert we had received so far. When Jesus was born, the clock was perfectly in sync. We have precision time before Jesus' birth and precision time after his birth. I now wanted to calculate the precision specifically from Jesus' birthday to the 2nd of January 2026, which is the day before the full moon on the 3rd of January 2026 at 12:02 p.m. Israel time, but not to do with the time of man, because we have already taken that into consideration, but to do with the time lag between the Mazzaroth and the full moon calendars. There is a time difference, and I wanted to work that out and see how it fits on the timeline, because it needs to be taken into consideration. Can't just wish it away. And that's what I did, and the answer surprised me. Okay, so this is from one of my prior videos, and this is just to show that I'm using the same values for this calculation, trying to stay consistent. And I went through this in excruciating detail, and I think I bored half of you to death. And then in a video after that, I went blah, 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 and I just read that. But now you can just read it for yourselves. And then I moved on to the next slide. And on the next slide, I just worked out the average arc seconds per year over the last 6,000 years. Because it used to be higher and it is lower now. But the problem is that even the scientists are guessing a little bit, because it isn't a linear line of reduction. You know, it is faster now than it was 1,000 years ago. So yeah, it's even the scientists or astronomers are using guesstimates. But anyway, this is the value that I will be using, and you'll see that again just now. But for those that didn't see it, that 50.315 arc seconds per year is the value that I use to work out that 85 days, 1 hour and 26 minutes. But I will be using this again. Okay, now we get to the new calculation, where I'm working out the precision from the 24th of September on 3 BC, that is where I have it as Jesus' birthday, to the 2nd of January 2026. I am convinced that this is Jesus' birthday, because why would the creator of the universe and the author of the Bible use any other date for the Revelation 12 sign than his birthday? Now, it could be the 23rd or the 24th of September, but I have it here as the 24th. I just don't understand why he would use any other day. I mean, he creates everything. God is a perfectionist. People might disagree with me. That's fine. You can just then look at it as the Feast of Trumpets in the year 3 BC, because that is the day of the Feast of Trumpets. And then you can just use it as I worked out the precision from the Feast of Trumpets in the year 3 BC to the 2nd of January today. So basically, this time span over here. So the total accumulated precision is that 50.315 you saw earlier. And this is just the 2027 years from the birth of Jesus to the 8th year anniversary of the Revelation 12 sign. And the 0.27379 is just 100 days. And this is the total arc seconds that I got. I just converted it to degrees, and then I converted it to days. And this is basically, this lag we have right now is 28.74 days. It's not a complete 30 days. And this is what intrigued me, because we know the prophetic calendar. This is now the Mazzaroth and the prophetic calendar. They work according to 30-day cycles. It's prophetic. So in a 30-day prophetic month, if you take it and you minus this, we have 1.25 days difference. And this is what I wanted to solve. Where does this fit in? It needs to fit in some way. You have to take it into consideration somehow. But how do you take this into consideration? You cannot move moon cycles. The moon phase cycle, it's fixed. So this is what intrigued me and convinced me to look at this in detail some more. But anyway, so converting it, the days to hours and minutes, you get 1 day, 6 hours, 4 minutes and 55 seconds. That is using 50.315 arc seconds. But then I did another calculation, basically a reverse calculation, where I used 50.318 arc seconds. And I got 1 day, 6 hours, 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Why it didn't bother me to use 50.318 here is because 6,000 years ago, this value was 50.34, and today it is 50.29. So, like I say, it's a guesstimate. So to put 0.003 arc seconds on there doesn't make a difference, but you can use either one. I would prefer to use this one from now, but you can use the 50.315. The difference you get is negligible. But anyway, okay, let's continue. Okay, so now this is what I'm looking at, working out the precision rate from Jesus' birthday, 2027 years, and an additional 100 days. Something I realized this morning was that this was incorrect, because I had Jesus' birthday, Feast of Trumpets, on the full moon calendar, but of course the all three calendars are in sync. So that is a Mazzaroth date. No longer just a full moon calendar, a prophetic calendar date, but Mazzaroth, which makes perfect sense. Jesus is God. The Mazzaroth is his clock. What it does mean, though, okay, is that this count must now be inclusive. Another thing is why it is better to be an inclusive count that I only also thought of this morning is because it's the Feast of Trumpets, and the Feast of Trumpets, the first day, the 24th, then would be the 1st of Tishri. So you have to start counting from there anyway. I never took that into consideration before, but now I do. And okay, so counting from the 2027 years, you still get to the 8th year anniversary of the Revelation 12 sign on the 23rd, though, not the 24th anymore, but the 23rd. But God gave it to us over 2 days. Counting from the Revelation 12 sign, this is not on the Mazzaroth, so that is using then the 24th, the second day. Exclusive count stays the same. And one thing I do like is that this is now consistent with this part of a year, where before I had it here and you count 33 days, and you get to the 23rd, and then you count from the 24th, 27 days. And the 33 here just represents the age of Jesus when he was crucified, and the 27 represents the 2027 that runs to the year 2025, this year, so that we know that we are in the season. Okay, that's all for this slide. Okay, so over here we have the 2027 years and 100 days coming in from the 24th of September in the year 3 BC, the Feast of Trumpets, which I have as Jesus' birthday. And it comes in on the 2nd of January, which is the last day of Tishri. This I also found quite fitting because now we have the whole month of Tishri represented here. We have the 1st of Tishri, the Feast of Trumpets. We received our first Hapazo alert. Then we have the Day of Atonement, in which we received our second Hapazo alert. And then we have the Feast of Tabernacles, which we received our third Hapazo alert. Now on the 2nd of January we have this massive timeline, I call that then Jesus' timeline, coming in. And this is the precision time. PT stands for precision time that I worked out over the same time frame from 3 BC. And it's 1 day, 6 hours and 2 minutes. And if you add it here to the 2nd of January, you get to the 3rd of January, 6 a.m. in the morning. And you have to add the 6 hours, and it's 2 minutes past 12. Of course, now also you can see on the 3rd of January over here, this is full moon time, so 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. And that runs then to 6 a.m. the morning of the 4th. But I've taken the tribulation beginning as the 3rd, and then it runs for 1,260 days. You get to the 15th of June where 2 witnesses are killed. This remains unchanged because for some reason I had this as an exclusive count, and it has to be an inclusive count. So mistakes were made, but it is now corrected and it fits, of course. And then it runs through to the Day of Atonement. So what I found was very interesting, and I think you'll like it. Okay, so over here I've got the Mazzaroth represented by the full moon, and over here I've got the Earth, and the prophetic month is 30 days. But the Mazzaroth lags the Earth by 28.74 days, and the difference to get to the 30 days is 1 day, 6 hours and 2 minutes. So the 2027.27 year count beginning on the Feast of Trumpets 3 BC ends on the 2nd of January 2026. Adding the 1 day, 6 hours, 2 minutes to the 2nd of January at 6 o'clock brings us to the 3rd of January at 12:02 p.m. This is the exact time of the full moon when it occurs in Israel on the 3rd of January 2026 at 12:02 p.m. I found that amazing. This cannot be a coincidence. Okay, and there we have it. So adding the 1 day, 6 hours, 2 minutes from 6 a.m. on the 2nd of January brings us to the full moon of the next month on the 3rd of January at 12:02 p.m. Israel time. That took me by surprise, and I must say, it's not a coincidence. It definitely fits. The 3rd of January, of course, runs from 6 a.m. on the 3rd of January Gregorian time to 6 a.m. on the 4th of January Gregorian time. And of course, this is an extreme high watch date. I'm not saying that it is the date. I'm not date setting, but this, you can see there's a whole process been going on here, about 3 Hapazo alerts, and strangely enough, working out the precision from Jesus' birthday to the 2nd of Jan, which is the last day of Tishri. It had to be the last day of Tishri, and it gives us the exact time to get to the full moon on the next month, which is the exact time that's missing between the Mazzaroth, to bring the Mazzaroth to 30 days. Yeah, I don't know what to say. You can draw your own conclusions. This is all I have at present. If I think of something else, I'll make another video. I'll never say any more that I won't make another video. There always seems to be something extra that just adds a little bit more depth. So if something does pop up, I'll make a video. But guys, listen, this is it from me. Have a blessed evening, and God bless you, and goodbye.